Well, see, that's the thing is you can't really post it yet. I mean, before maybe, but now, you know, we got a little bit of traction, so we're gonna get people showing up.
Start popping up outside.
You can't post your location, right? Mm-hmm. You can't do that shit until you're gone. Unfortunately, that's like the game. That's
where
live
rappers
in now.
mess up all the time. They're like, I'm at Church's Chicken with $100,000 chain. And you're like, why are you live right now, bro?
Yeah. Especially because someone out there on their phone ain't got 100 pennies. About to pull up to that Church's Chicken,
and they not getting chicken.
Nah, bro, they there to take.
Take
you know
your
what I'm saying?
chicken.
So you gotta be aware of that shit, you know. And that's why a lot of people ask me, they're like, well, why don't you like do a lot of stuff with your kids on the internet? And it's because the fuck my kids need to be on the internet for.
Yeah, like
there's
why
weirdos
would somebody even ask that?
Yeah,
like, how I raise my kids is how I raise my kids.
None of your fucking business.
None of your fucking business.
But I think I took that from, you know, the way that M handled having Haley in the public eye, right? Like you never really seen her, dog. You know what I mean? Here and there you'd hear her voice, but like as she was getting older, you didn't really know what she looked like. You know what I mean?
Right.
Which was kind of cool because I don't know if you've seen that latest video he dropped, the record, The Temporary.
Yes.
You see that video?
Yes, bro.
Dog, as a damn near lifelong Marshall Mathers fan, that shit fucked me up a little bit.
Yeah, it screws you up,
bro.
And the song he did with Jelly Roll too, where he sampled Jelly Roll.
Dog, that shit a banger too.
Yeah, just like talking about the family and like just it's beautiful, man.
It hits you different as a fan too, because so you get to see now all the footage that he had footage of her, but he didn't want to put her out there like that because people are fucking weird.
They're weird, bro.
And now, you know, she's an adult. She obviously could take care of herself and stuff like that. So I feel like he was cool with letting some of that footage fly.
Right.
And man, it made that Temporary video like crazy, bro.
Yeah, it's dope, man.
So you just got to kind of be aware of it, dog. I don't need my kids on the fucking internet. They're not trying to be internet famous. Shit, I wasn't trying to be internet famous, dog.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So why would I do? And some people, you know, there's the flip side to it, right? I've seen people be super successful, really showing all of it, dog. Like the whole family, the day-to-day life. Like there is a lane for that.
But people want to see like your life, and people just love watching other people's lives.
They do.
But I don't know, man. Like I walk a line too of like, what do I put out? You know what I mean? Like, what do I really show? Because there's also the value of being mysterious and not knowing where's Johnny gonna be. You know what I'm saying?
100. And man, I don't want those motherfuckers to know where I'm gonna be.
Straight up.
Unless I'm trying to promote something for real.
Yeah.
You'll know when I want you to know where I'm gonna be at, dog.
I'll be here tonight.
Yeah.
See you there.
And then you won't see me again until I'm trying to promote some other shit. Or I have to go buy some expensive ass basketball shoes for one of my 4 children. Then you might accidentally run into me. I think it's time to intro. What do you guys think?
Intro.
You are now tuned in to Respect the Connect. I'm your host, Johnny James, and I'm back again with a few of my nearest and dearest. Jay, regular age Trav in the building. You looking kind of regular age today, Jay?
Posted, dog. Yeah.
Posted? Not
chilling.
Yet toasted?
Not toasted. Yeah.
Not yet toasted. Well, you got a Lenyo right there in front of you,
do.
dog. We can alleviate that situation. Landwords in the motherfucking building.
Indeed.
What is cracking, Landwords?
What's cracking? The whips are cracking.
I knew you were gonna say it again. I'm
whips are always
gonna get you a shirt that says that shit, dog. That's Lenward's answer to what's cracking.
Yeah.
We are joined today by a special guest. My dog, Cowboy Killa's in the motherfucking building. Episode 85 makes some motherfucking noise.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Man.
Let's go. Appreciate you, Johnny. It's good to be back in Burke.
Hey, back in Burke.
I love this place, man. It's
Hey,
good to be back.
I love hearing that, dog.
Yeah,
I love
bro.
hearing that.
Ain't no me without Albuquerque, man. So,
Hey,
you know we
bro.
coming back.
So that's what we'll start then, my dog.
Yeah.
When did you get out here to the Duke City?
I lived in Florida 5 years, and then I lost my house. I broke up with my girl. I had no money. I was in debt. And then basically my buddy, Kalen Ellis, called me and was like, I'm making K-pop music. You want to write K-pop music with me? And it was happening in Albuquerque, New Mexico. So I came out here. I was supposed to be here 2 days. I stayed 2 weeks. And then I just went back to Florida and grabbed all of my shit. I put it in trash bags. Popped out here. I think that was 2021. something like that.
Right in the middle of the
Like right in the middle of COVID.
the great value
Yeah.
apocalypse.
Yep, straight up. Plus, it was. I was in Florida. Like I could have been chilling. during
Nah,
COVID.
y'all was
No
open.
shirt,
They
no
didn't give a
shoes,
fuck, bro.
no
Hey,
mask, no
Nothing.
problem.
Bro, Florida
I
was
was chilling.
open.
Oh yeah, no. I
So
mean,
that
we
was
was in the
probably
club.
weird as shit coming down here and how
Weird.
close we were.
Yeah, everyone was like, "You gotta put your mask on, cowboy." I'm like, "Damn, I thought this was the Wild West."
It wasn't. Not during that apocalypse, it
Yeah,
wasn't. Dog.
yeah.
We
Oh,
was the
hell.
tamed West.
Yeah, straight up. Everyone
Yeah.
was serious as fuck. Like, nah, you can't come in. Where's your card at? Man, I got vaccinated just so I could do shows. You know what I'm saying?
I had to do the
I was
same
like,
thing.
I'll do it. Yeah.
Yeah,
They gave me
know.
that Johnson & Johnson. I think they discontinued
Oh
it though.
damn! You got the generic one,
Yeah,
dog.
so I
You got
think-
the
I
that's
think
the
I
great
got
value one.
Yeah, the great value one.
Yeah.
That's the one that's gonna probably kill us. You know
Probably.
what I'm saying? I think that was population control. Like maybe the other two were good, but the Johnson & Johnson one, like y'all just make baby oil. No
Listen.
diddy. You know what I'm saying? Like stick to your baby oil, man.
If their
But
baby
nah, they stuck
powder,
it in me, man.
if their baby powder was giving people cancer, how the fuck I'm supposed to trust them to give me the
Right.
motherfucking
I can't.
shot?
I
Juiced
can't.
it in, and that was one of the first ones that rolled out.
Right.
Remember they said
I
it
didn't
was-
get it. They were like, "Oh, you only need one dose." I'm like, "What y'all putting this shit?"
Yeah.
I don't trust like that.
They
bro.
said that one out the gate was only like 60% effective, dog.
know.
They're like, listen, this one, it might work,
But it's
dog.
definitely gonna give you
Yeah.
COVID.
Oh,
yeah, for sure. Yeah, you gonna be sick
definitely
as a
glow in the
dog.
dark now, motherfucker. But you radioactive, but
radioactive
you could go
over
do
here.
a show, dog.
Yeah, perfect.
Hey, so 2021, huh?
Yeah, man. I don't know. I just went out on a whim, bro. And like, obviously, I couldn't be the Cowboy Killer in Florida, and I needed the landscape. Like, I fell in love with the nature in New Mexico first.
Yeah.
Because when I first got out here, I went out to Taos, and I was in the hot
bet.
springs. You know what I mean? Sipping on a little something, you know, a little elixir. And I watched the aliens, and I was like, man, this is where I want to be. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I just kind of did everything so fast, like I wasn't even thinking about it, bro. Honestly, I was like, Albuquerque's where I need to be. So I just packed up and moved, and now it's history, man.
That's the shit.
But
dog.
I lived here 20 months. I didn't make it 2 years, but I did everything you can think of. There's people who've lived here their whole lives, and they're like, damn, I ain't been to White Sands.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Or damn, I ain't never even been to a show at that place. I'm like, man, I performed in the parking lot of that place. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I did it all, man. So,
I think it's and I say this to my kids all the time because it was the first time we took them out to Cali and they seen the ocean, right?
yeah.
They were like, wow, if I had the ocean, I'd be at the beach every day. But people out in Cali, they see our fucking mountain right there and they're like, wow, if I had that mountain, I'd be in that mountain every single day, right?
Right.
When you're there, you
take it
just
for granted.
kind of become numb and take it for granted,
Yeah,
right?
bro.
And
That's what I always told people who live in Albuquerque. You're taking for granted that there's actually a lot of beauty here, you know. But when you're too close proximity, you know what I mean.
Yup.
You're being blinded by it. You know what I mean.
it's like looking at a painting like this close, though. You can't see the whole picture.
Right, you can't see the whole thing.
Yeah,
but I
man.
saw it. I saw exactly for what it was. Like, I knew this was going to be the town where I'm like, okay. I never came to Albuquerque. Like, I'm not a person who's like, I'm gonna take over. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not that person. I'm a community, human kind of person. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in the music business. I'm in the human business. So as long as I meet people and do that, it'll probably just happen naturally. But Albuquerque's the only city that was like, yo, we accept you regardless. We don't care where you from, bro. Like, you're with us, which was surprising because they're not always like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like hip hop fans can see through fake stuff. You know what I'm saying? Country music fans, they know if you real. Albuquerque was like, come on, bro, we got you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was love. From the beginning, it was love, bro. And I always just show love to Albuquerque wherever I go, man. Like, we did a nationwide tour every single night. Doug's wearing the cape. He's wearing the Zia on his back.
Let's go.
That's
Repping
dope.
Albuquerque
Let's go.
everywhere we go, bro. So, yeah, I mean, it's second home to me.
Man, that's fucking dope, dog. And I guess I got to ask you the generic question of fucking red or green, my brother. Which one you pick from
I
not
got
being
green
here?
this morning. On my twister's number 4. Sometimes I'm a number 8 or 11, but today was number 4. Green on the side.
Hey, bro.
I can do Christmas. I'm cool. I love them both, but green all day.
Green's your go-to.
Green all
yeah.
day. Yeah.
It's funny, bro. I was telling him, we talked about this a while back. You know, we had some of the homies out there from Vegas. They had heard about our chili and shit, right? They had never tried it. So when they came down here, they overdosed on it. They thought they were
OD.
slick. They thought they
OD.
were slick.
Shitting
And they
themselves.
ended up shitting themselves by the time they got to fucking Santa,
Had the
bro.
runs, man.
Done. What'd you put in this shit? Nothing, bro. We put the chili. I told y'all not to get
That green
Christmas
slime, man.
on everything, dog. And it was
Yeah.
Bob's too, so it was extra.
Well, you do. When I come back, you do have to adjust to it. When you're gone for so long, you can't just jump right in there like, oh, okay, huevos rancheros. And I did. But, you know, I mean, shit, I paid the price. You know what I mean?
You know, some
So good.
prices are worth paying.
Oh,
dog.
it was worth it, man.
Sometimes that debt is worth being in.
Man, sometimes you find me at Barella's Coffee House, you know what I'm saying? Right there on
Hey,
4th Street.
there we
right
go.
That was my old, so the B. Rupee drugstore, that was my studio. So I was literally like living out of that building. And I'd walk down Barella's and get me my huevos rancheros.
Fire, dog.
Green chili, all that, man. Wrecked me for a day.
Hey,
Love
that's
it.
dope, though. So you jumped straight into the culture, dog.
I jumped a cowabunga, motherfucker. I
Hey,
jumped
run
right
it, dog.
in that bitch, bro. Like honestly, I don't think there's a day where I wasn't on Central. Like there wasn't one day I was here in 20 months where I wasn't on Central. Maybe if I was out of town, I was in Santa Fe or Taos or whatever. But every day, every night, Cowboy was on Central.
In the heart of it.
I'm right in the middle of it downtown, man.
Yeah.
But I lived 7 places in 20 months. So I lived in the South Valley. I got stabbed in the South Valley, and that earned me my Albuquerque card. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what people said to me, bro. I swear, they're like, "Oh, now you're really from Albuquerque."
now you're from
I'm like,
Burke,
"That's
brother.
the criteria."
Oh, damn.
It kind of is, brother. It kind of is, dog.
That's crazy.
It's one of the pieces.
I thought that
you
was
gotta
like a
check
criteria
off.
of being in prison or
That's the
something. I was like,
criteria.
all right, I'm here, man. We good. But, man, it was all love. Everywhere I went, bro, it was always love from the people. And people always recognized my ass downtown. And honestly, like, I was, you know, I'm wearing a lot of colors. I'm wearing a lot of, you know, fancy little Western shit. But I got all that shit for free. You know what I mean? Like, people were just giving me stuff. And the local Western shops, Zapateria Pedritos, my boy Pedro, I walked in there yesterday, get my fit. He had watermelon tahini, served me up, playing my music.
That's dope.
Gave me a Stetson. I'm talking a $300, $400 hat.
That's dope.
Gave it to me, you know. This is what people did for me, man. Like, because I put on wherever, you know. Like I said, I wasn't here to take over. I was just here to just vibe. Find people that are like me. That's it.
Well, see, that's the thing, bro, is it's just different, bro. The way that we are, like, the way our gente is, the way our culture is, like, I feel we got this negative aspect that people look at and they just see that. But a lot of times, brother, we lead with love, dog. If you need us, we're there. You feel what I'm saying? Especially if you're one of ours, bro, dale, run it. You need us, we're there, dog. Like, you don't got no jumper cables? Fuck it. Like, I got something. Matter of fact, one time we were leaving the pod, bro, it was crazy as shit, dog. We're leaving the pod, we're driving up the street, and there's this car in the middle of the road, and nobody's stopping, dog. I could tell they're having issues, right? I pull my truck right up behind them. I hop out, I get out, bro. The dude's like, what the fuck? You're Johnny James. I'm like, yeah, that what's popping. You need some help. So the car won't start, and like we couldn't get it cranked over, and it was in the middle of like traffic. Then again, bro, here comes security. He sees it. He stops. He comes to help again. He's like, the fuck you doing out here, dog? I'm like, their car's stuck, bro, and nobody wanted to stop. Everybody's just zooming past us.
Just being human,
Let's
man.
control
Just being good
traffic.
people.
Let's figure this shit out.
Yep.
You need me to push you out the way. I feel like 90% of our people are like that, dog.
Oh, I'd say, yeah, 90%, maybe, you know.
Maybe more than
Maybe
that.
more, honestly.
Yeah.
I see, you know, I grew up in the middle of the woods, bro. I'm from Ohio originally, so I lived in a log cabin. I was raised on a farm. I had no creatives around me. And the people that were around me, they were takers, you know what I'm saying? We deal with a big drug problem in Appalachia, you know, so everyone was kind of just a taker. And when I came to Albuquerque, I felt for the first time that people genuinely wanted to help me. You know what I mean? They were like, dude, we're looking out for you. You know what I mean? You need something? Like, oh, you need something? Like, yeah, I appreciate that. You know, I'm not a person to ask for help. Albuquerque just, you know, they put out a branch for me. Like, hey, grab on, bro. You good? Like, you with us? You know.
And see,
I never felt that before.
And that's true, dog. I'm telling you, bro. And I've been all over the United States,
Yep,
and that's
same.
one of the things, bro. It's one of the things that we're the most underrated for down here.
It's true,
that
man.
you don't really see unless you're here, dog.
Right.
So, how long you been making music, dog?
I think my mom claims I wrote my first rap at 6, and she's got it. And it's trash, obviously, I was 6. But then I started recording at probably like 11 or 12, honestly. Like, I was really young honestly, I was such a stupid kid. I didn't get it how you got on a song. Like, I didn't understand it. I was like, how does that even, like, how do you get on a record? So then I started there. And then I finally got, you know, those laptops with the little red button in the middle of the keyboard? And that was your mouse.
That was the mouse.
Them little Acer pads, them little Acer joints.
Mine was a ThinkPad. So I finally saved up and bought a laptop, and then I just started working on GarageBand. And GarageBand naturally progressed to Logic. You know what I mean? It's like the same thing. I've been on Logic. Damn,
So
over
that's what
10
you guys are
years.
in now is Logic?
Well, yeah, I work in Logic, Pro Tools. Like I'm Pro Tools certified now. I can,
that's
I can
dope.
work all of
Okay.
that. I can kind of work Ableton, but my producers work in Ableton, so
Ableton
easier
is
than
just so
Ableton.
clunky to me,
Yeah.
dog. It
Yeah.
just looks gross.
Yeah. And it looks like to me too, but it's also like, oh, once you understand the DAW and you get
Yeah.
comfortable in it, you realize, oh yeah, like this is pretty easy.
They're
you
all
know
they're
what
all
I mean?
kind of the same. Like right now,
Yeah.
I record and mix in Pro Tools. I make beats in FL and in Reason. But I
Right.
make beats in all three.
Yeah, if
but
you make
it
beats
just
on Pro
depends.
Tools, you're a psychopath. You need to
Well,
be
what's-
thrown in jail. you
Bro,
know what I mean?
what's dope about you could do all kinds of shit, bro. In Pro
Right,
Tools.
you
You
can
could
do
open up other programs through
Right,
it.
you
bro.
can do it
It's a
all in
beast.
there. Yeah, I love Pro Tools, but I just been in Logic for so long that's
Yeah.
just what I got into. When I first got a Mac, that's what I got into. So yeah,
That's dope.
But
Yeah.
I think Audacity was technically the first one I had.
Because that shit was free.
It was free, and I had a PC. So yeah,
I used to
Audacity.
make ringtones in that shit.
Bro,
Yeah.
bro, what was your ringtone back in the day?
Man, dog, I had a few of them. But
I had Young Dro. Young Dro. Was,
oh, that's a good one. That was a go-to for a lot. But
Yeah,
I
yeah.
never paid. I didn't pay for a damn ringtone in my life because I've been
Right.
making music. Same dog. I stepped in the studio when I was 14. Right.
Right.
And
Young.
it was the same thing too because I didn't understand it either. I didn't know what the fuck. How do you
Yeah.
get on a song?
How do
I
you
was,
put out a song?
Yeah, hey, and it's gonna show our age difference here, dog. But the way I first recorded my shit, so I would take the end of a record, right? You know how you have like about 4 bars of just beat.
Right.
I would take that 4 bars and I'd put it on my Sony right here, right? And then I had like another, it was like a voice recorder, like one that you'd see like they'd interview like a cop show. Like, all right, tell us what you're doing, right?
Yep.
It was one of them joints, tape recorder.
Yep.
So I'd put it there and I'd play those 4 bars and I'd stop and I'd run them back and I'd play those 4 bars and I'd record it. So if I hit it right, it would seem pretty smooth. But if you listen, you could hear that little stop
Yeah,
point.
the stop
but it was
point.
enough to give me like about, I don't know, 24, 38 bars, whatever I ended up with of this. And then I would do the same thing. I'd play the beat over here that I just made, and then I'd hit the recorder,
Damn.
and I'd rap in the middle of it. So I'm like, oh yeah, I'm making songs. This has got to be how you do it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was close. It was close, but it
Yeah.
wasn't. So like, I got in the studio at an early age too, bro. So whenever ringtones were hitting, I'm like, I can make that shit.
Well, that was a hustle back in the day, too.
Bro, I used to sell them joints too.
Straight up.
I used to sell them, but my favorite one, you ever seen 40-Year-Old Virgin?
Yeah.
Okay, you know when he walks up and he tells him, hey, motherfucker. I took that and that was my text tone for like fucking 10 years, dog. Blasting. I'd be in the
That's a
doctor's
good
office. Hey, motherfucker.
You're at the funeral.
Yeah.
Hey,
Goddamn Johnny over here with his motherfucking ringback tone. That hustle gone though.
Oh, it's gone.
Like ring back tones, like that shit's so weird to me. If I call someone right now and they got like Breaking
It's
Benjamin
that
playing
symphony,
or some
bro.
shit, that shit weird, dog. Like I won't even leave. I'm not calling you back. We ain't
That's
even friends
wild.
no more.
Yeah,
That's
I
funny
don't
as
even think
fuck.
they got that anymore. Can you?
They
even?
do.
They
They
do.
do.
Still exists.
I'm gonna get one.
It's just to be different, huh?
Get one.
You got it's got to be
Get
your
your-
record,
get your-
though,
yeah, I was
dog.
about to say,
Nah,
get your
probably
own
ice
track.
cream paint job or something. you know?
Right? Or crank that Soldier Boy,
yeah,
dog.
yeah, something.
That
But yeah,
shit.
that era. That's actually when I first started. Like that Soldier Boy, 50 Cent, Get Rich or Die Trying. That era. That's when I started making music.
That's a classic era.
So-
And bro, I always tip my hat to Soldier Boy, bro. Love him or hate him, bro. He's the first one that realized how to utilize
Oh,
the
bro! And
internet.
imagine being 16 with a 3X T-shirt on, and you're the biggest thing in the world, and the internet is just happening. Like you got to figure it out, bro. I mean, he's a pioneer of that, of course.
You know, the first time I heard him, I was at work. Wasn't supposed to be on the work computer, but I was giving it every virus on the book, downloading music, right?
Yeah, music.
And I was
Yeah,
on
music.
LimeWire. Shout out LimeWire. I was downloading some 50 Cent records, and I was in the club, right? 50 Cent in the club popped up first.
Yep.
I download that shit. I'm like, bet, hell yeah, I'm about to knock this. I throw it on, and it's fucking Soldier Boy.
Yeah, it's Soulja
This
Boy.
dude had the force, the genius to say, I'm gonna call my record 50 Cent in the club. They're gonna download it. I'm gonna put my links. I'm gonna
Ahead of
shout out
its time.
myself, and they're gonna follow me.
Yep.
And it blew up. He did the same thing on YouTube too, bro.
Yep.
He was ahead of the game, bro.
But everybody took that formula too.
did, bro.
Man, I miss Frostwire, LimeWire.
And Bear Share.
Yeah, oh, dude, I haven't heard that.
That was like the
one.
last one.
Yeah.
And then you could go and like do movies. Remember Pirate Bay? You could go
Oh, yeah.
download
Pirate
whole
Bay.
movies.
Lit.
Yeah, this is for
Lit.
entertainment purposes only. We never really did that
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, I never
It's been
did
7 years,
I heard
right?
it. We heard about it.
Listen,
Yeah.
I got a question for Lenward since, you know,
What's
you do
that?
movie industry. Have you ever met anybody that has gotten in trouble for downloading movies or music?
Yeah, I did.
For real?
Yeah.
I feel like you're fucking with me. Like, are you for real? For real?
You got in trouble?
What happened?
I was working at UNM. And that what was it? The Batman with the Joker. What's the
Dark
one?
Knight?
The Dark Knight. Me and Alejandro were in Texas, and we had gone to see it. Blew my mind. I thought it was brilliant. Couldn't get the movie out of my mind, so I went to work, and I'm like, I'm not too busy. I'll just download this real quick and throw it on, a hard drive or whatnot. Fucking Sony or whoever owned that movie contacted the school.
Oh, shit.
Because you download on their servers.
Yeah, and they tracked it down specifically to my computer, and they brought me in, and we're just like, "Yo, what's going on?"
They show up handcuffed.
Yeah, nah. It was just
You're going away a long time for this one.
$300,000 fine.
Done.
You know what I did? I accepted it. Like I don't know if you like. I learned this over time in life, but when you just have some fucked up shit that you did, people respect you a lot more if you just say, you know what?
I fucked
did
up.
that shit.
Yup.
I did that shit.
Yeah.
Yup.
And that's what I did. And they were like,
That
you know
part.
what? All right. Don't worry about it. And I just told them, I was like, if you need to fire me, I understand. I shouldn't have done this, blah, blah, blah. And they were like, no, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
That's crazy,
Yeah.
dog.
That's sick that
So-
Sony actually reached out to them, bro.
Oh, yeah, they
That's
found
wild,
me. They
bro.
found me down to the port in the wall.
That is
They found that
crazy.
shit. So anybody who tells me that the internet and they can't track you down, bull fucking shit.
They can.
They know. They'll tell you. They like, we got a lot of warrants,
I'll-
just ready to go. We just haven't released them.
I was searching for that story
gotta-
my whole life, not knowing that my homeboy was sitting right
know,
next to me
dog.
with a pirating story right
Yeah,
there
but they
in his
did. But
fucking
they,
holster.
but they were.
He's an early movie pirate.
Yeah. But they really like. It was the weirdest thing because I just owned up to it and I was just like, yeah, it is what it is. I apologized and they were just like, yeah, don't worry about it.
It was such a good movie that I needed
They were
to
like, it was
download
great, wasn't it?
You loved it, huh? Yeah,
You remember the warnings
That
that
shit
they
was
would put
awesome.
on there? It would be
Yeah.
like,
I do.
you wouldn't download or you wouldn't steal whatever.
car?
Yeah.
Why you still in Mission Impossible? Yeah. you wouldn't steal breakfast burritos, right? Fuck you doing still in
Fill
Billy
in the
Madison.
blank.
So you started right at the era of where it was about to shift completely.
Yeah, it was happening. It was right then.
Right in the middle.
Yep.
So did you ever have the time when you pressed up physical CDs and I hit the block with them?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, my first project, I was 14.
Yeah.
And I'm at the city pool, you know what I'm saying? I'm finding all the light-skinned baddies. What's up?
What's up, bro? What's up, baby?
You listen to rap?
I'm like, yeah, you like that shit?
I'm a rapper, you know what I mean? I remember and it was all like, man, it was terrible. It was trash. There is one copy out there, my boy Gator. Shout out to my boy Gator. He's got the last copy, the only copy of my first mixtape. Still in pristine condition. He never took it out of the
That's
CD.
sick.
He never took it out. Same whip, everything. And I'm like, I got to get a hold of that, dude, because I haven't heard it in a while. But it's a bunch of, there's dubstep beats on there. There's some Fort Minor beats. You know that?
Oh,
You know that Guns
damn.
or what was it? The Sweet Child of Mine, like remix. Yeah, I'm pooping all over that beat. Dude,
nah,
but
Fort
a bunch
Minor
of
was hard,
remix
though.
stuff. You know what I mean? Like The Game, 50 Cent beats, all that. Yeah, that's
and
where I started.
that's when it was kind of easier to find them beats.
But I definitely got those off LimeWire.
I'm like a few. I'm like about. I
Allegedly.
always call myself. I'm like the middle child in this hip hop thing, right? So I seen the OGs go before me,
Right.
And I'm like right there in the middle, like with J. Cole, right?
Right.
And I seen the youngsters
child.
below it, right?
Yep.
So I understand both aspects of it. I had to make my own beats, all fucking crazy and grimy with that shit.
Right.
And when you guys were coming up, you guys were able to just get on LimeWire and download them joints,
Yeah,
bro.
I could just.
I was
do it.
low key kind of like, damn, that's kind of fucked up, bro.
Yeah.
I used to have to make my own shitty little beats with the end of the record.
Yeah.
Or there's that one, what's that Tupac record, dog? Is it Shorty Wanna Be a Thug? This dude left like when I would find a record that had like a minute left
when
of
they leave
beat,
the beat at the end.
I found I discovered like a new planet, dog. I'm like, I had so many raps written to Shorty Wanna Be a Thug at the end of that shit. Like my first
So you
5
got
records.
featured on Tupac's
I did,
album?
bro. You know that shit? You didn't know that shit?
Johnny and Pod.
Yeah, Johnny and Pod, right,
Come
bro.
on, man.
So, man, we've asked almost every artist that's come and sat down with us, that makes music, bro, especially hip hop. And I'm going to blindside you with it right now, dog. I want that shit off the dome, bro.
Okay.
What is your top 5, dead or alive? I know.
Here we go. They're like, what's the white boy gonna say? Can they? I'm not gonna give an order. I'll do 5.
Order. Yeah, just 5.
Okay. Tupac, Nas,
Bang.
Andre 3000. My sleeper pick is MF Doom. I think MF Doom is actually one of the most unique rappers and producer. So I think if you put it all together in a package, I'm going with Doom. And my 5, I want to pick from the recent era, Kendrick. I'm going with Kendrick, just because I think Kendrick has had the impact that Tupac could have had. You know what I'm saying? Like he is. I think Pac will live forever. You know, like he's one of those people that's just it's bigger than music at that point.
For sure.
But and I know people are freaking out because I didn't put Biggie in there, but I think for me it was Tupac because Dear Mama to me is like, damn, that's the song that like, oh shit, this made me tear up. This first hip hop song that really made me like, holy shit, I feel that.
You actually
I resonated with a
That's
black man from another place in the world in another era who died before I was even alive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah.
That's the music though.
Changed me.
See, that's the thing.
Yeah.
That's what separates Pac, and not even just Pac, but artists that did that, right? Like we even go back, and I know Len Words knows where I'm going with this. Like Otis Redding, right?
Right.
That Otis died at like 24. 25 maybe. I don't even know how old Otis was, bro, but his music lives forever.
Man, he sounds like he's 65 with 7 kids.
For real, dog.
Exactly.
I didn't even know that. 25?
He was young as fuck, dog.
Yeah.
Bro,
Jamie, pull that up.
Yeah, Joe. Where's Jamie? Hey, Don, pull that shit up. But he was young. He was definitely in his early 20s, right? His first record sitting on the dock of the bay hadn't even broke yet. He wasn't even, bro, when he passed away, he was not even big, really. So, but he made music that it transcends generations, dog.
Imagine he might have not even felt what, I mean, we all give praise to him now. You know what Otis Redding is, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But he might have not felt that, you know?
He probably didn't because he hadn't got his flowers yet. Honestly, I'm going to be real with you. I don't think Pac didn't either. Pac didn't feel it yet by the time he was still too young, dog.
Yeah.
And I think he was just so full of like animosity and rage at the point when he had got taken out that I think a lot of what he felt was that people were more against him than with him.
Yep.
Right? Mm-hmm. And now look, like you said, dog, it resonated with you, bro. Right. And I'm not even gonna lie, dog, I ain't mad at your top 5. And you knocked that shit out pretty quick, bro.
Yeah.
People get mad at me too because guess what? Big isn't in my top 5 neither.
And I think Biggie is definitely my top 10. For me, it's like, who really is the master of the craft? And Andre 3000 to me, if I had to pick my one, it'd have to be Andre 3K for me. That's it though. And I think the South too, Southern rap. I'm a big Crit fan. You know,
super underrated.
Bro, he's underrated.
Super underrated. I hate how much underrated he is.
Man, this is one of my dream collabs. One of the producers I'm working with, Willpower, we're making my next album.
Dope.
He made some tracks on Forever's a Mighty Long Time. And that album, when Crit dropped independent, you know, hip hop noticed that. They were like, oh man, this is really dope. Crit's finally gonna do something independent. Yeah. Shout out to Crit. I mean, Southern hip hop had a big impact on me. You know, 3 6 Mafia. I went on tour with them. That was a dream. Like, I don't know, man. I love hip hop. I love hip hop from all regions, you know. So, you know, top 5s always get controversial, I guess.
Oh, I know. And that's why it's an interesting conversation because I feel like now the hip hop, you know, this thing of ours has spread into so many different subgenres. Oh, yeah. Right? Rock has, you're allowed subgenres in rock, right?
Right.
You got alternative, you know, you got grunge, you got the hair band era. You know, you got these subgenres that are all from the same category. Mm-hmm. But in hip hop, we don't really got that yet, or it's not allowed. So everything gets painted with like a broad brush. You feel what I'm saying? When you can't really compare MF Doom to Lil Yachty. How the fuck they in the same conversation? I don't even make the same kind of music, bruh. Right?
And they should be separated. Talk about this person, talk about this person. That's it. We ain't gotta like bunch it all together too. And that's also just like people. People just try to categorize everything.
They do.
They do it to me. They probably do it to you. It's what they do, man.
They do.
But
so I heard you bring up Willpower working on the next album.
Yeah, Willpower.
So let's go.
My dog, shout out to Willpower, man.
Let's go to the Slumerican conversation
Yes,
that I'm sure some people are pulling up for right now, my dog.
Family, man.
Let's talk about take us to the beginning of that. How did that whole situation between you and Yella and Slumerican, how did it crack off?
The story is crazy. I went to rehab when I was 17 years old. So I'm in a weird spot where I can't sign myself out. I'm not even 18, and I'm in a situation where I'm like, all right, well, apparently I have a problem, so let me fix this. And it was mostly, I was doing drugs and allegedly, moving product, and I was getting wrapped up in some stuff that I shouldn't have, at a young age. And obviously they labeled me an at-risk kid.
Yeah.
And I got put into a system, and I met this guy there, bro. This guy named Nick. He goes by Warren now is his middle name. He's all suited up now and changed his life. But at the time, I don't know, I didn't think anything of it. We were just cool or whatever. But when I got out and I finally moved to Nashville a couple years ago, he said, yo, I'm in Nashville. I'm like, oh, cool, bro. Let's grab some food or something, man. Let's kick it. And we was sitting there, we was smoking a J, and he goes, yeah, I know Edward Crow. That's my manager now. And it's Yelawolf's manager. I said, oh, okay, that's cool. Well, if we're friends, then you'll play on my album.
Sick.
And he went, all right, cool, I will. I'm like, yeah, right. 2 days later, they went on a trip to Kentucky. They went on a mushroom journey, right? And my manager, he's like the shaman, you know what I mean? I call him the Poncho Man, and he's really deep into that world, right? And just the healing powers, right? They played that album front to back on the way to them camping or whatever, and then Zilla was like, "Who's this?" And he was like, "This is my boy, Cowboy Killa. We went to school together, He said we went to school together." And then a couple of days later, he gave me a call. He was like, "I want to have a meeting." I was like, "All right, cool, whatever, And then we pulled up and played him 3 joints, and then he was like, "I want to sign you." I was like, yeah, that's cool, but come to Berkey House. Come to my house.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you can come see me in my home, in my element, I want to get to know you, right? And he came to my house, and I beat him at chess, and that's when I knew I was going to sign.
Hey,
but before I even signed with him, he put me in a room with Wolf. And I was working, moving furniture at the time. And he called and was like, hey, Wolf wants you to the studio right now. He heard Guilty. And Guilty's a track, shout out to my boy Trillbot, who played last night in Sun Sounds. He did a lot of the sampling and stuff on there. And then my boy Kalen flipped it and made the beat. He heard Guilty, and I rapped double time on that. And, it sounds very similar to Wolf's style. So I think Wolf heard that and was like, oh, this is dope. You know what I mean? I see what this kid's trying to do. Come to the studio. And yeah, that night, we made a record. I think I laid something for Riff Raff that never came out, but it was really just dope to be in the room with someone who I'd seen growing up. You know what I mean? I'm from the country, so it's obviously a lot of people had grown up with him around me, and I was very privy to Slumerican. I had a Slumerican hoodie when I was young, but my buddy gave it to me, and so that's how I kind of got put on to that movement. But I hadn't heard Wolf's music in a while, and so being back, in the behind the scenes of it, seeing it being created and all that, it was dope at first, man. I was like, oh man, this is wild. But quickly it became like, oh yeah, this is what I do. You know what I mean? I'm in the room with these people, right? Of course, this is what I want to do. So
this is where I'm supposed to be.
This is where I'm supposed to be. Yeah, I wanted to be with the greats. You know what I mean? I want to be with people at the top of their game.
And let's be real here, Yelawolf can spit.
He's a spitter, for real.
He can rap, dog. I don't give a fuck, bro. What you got to say, what you think. Facts are facts, bro. And Wolf been spitting since before Trunk music, dog. You feel what I'm saying?
But he's also just a really great songwriter, too. And he's a very musical person. So, yeah, it's dope, man. I think it was a perfect situation for me. And, it's kind of just part of my journey, you know what I mean? I think there's going to be so many other people who come into my life and inspire me in that way, or see that, hey, this guy's dope, you know what I mean? We're going to do something dope together.
Let's write songs. I love that you said songwriter, because I feel like music at the end of the day, kind of should be genreless.
Yeah, and I think the term rapper is cool, but if you just rap, okay, you're a rapper. But I don't know, man. Like I think songwriter, being a rapper, kind of you wash it down these days. People, don't give you the respect you deserve. You an artist.
Yeah.
If you're a real artist, you know what I mean? So there's a big difference between, all right, I rap and, I make songs. Like, I make songs.
There's a huge difference, dog.
Huge difference, bro. So it's like, I started singing more and all that. I never learned an instrument, never was trained, this and that. I didn't have any musical people in my family, bro. I just jumped in and tried to figure it out. So I've only been singing maybe like 5-6 years, honestly. And that's a lot of fun to me, too. Why would I, put myself in any box? And he's the same way. So he's a great songwriter, And so I think he saw that in me too, and just saw like, yo, I can really spit. Like I'll really keep up with you.
Yeah.
And we would have all kinds of, just back and forth, like trying to outdo each other. He's always like, I'm gonna fucking kill you on this shit. You want to die today? Let's go. I'm like, I ain't scared. You know what I mean?
Let's run it.
Yeah, and I love it. I've never really had someone that could push me in that way. And it was dope to see him give me that same flowers. He was like, this is the only guy that really pushes me in the studio. And I think there's been other people who definitely, he's worked with a lot of people. But it was dope, man. I think he needed some young blood around him too, you know what I mean? He saw, I get the vision, man. Like, I get what you're trying to do.
So you guys were able to make dope songs together,
Make
dog.
dope shit.
And see, you could see it, like me being a Wolf fan for a long time, dog. Like,
Yeah.
like I remember the first time I heard, bro, I think Pop the Trunk had like, I don't know, 20,000 views on it on YouTube or something like that, bro.
Early on.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I heard that shit quick and I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, this is something right here. But then you got to see, like you said, I'm glad you said that, dog, because it's true. Some people are just rappers. They can just rap.
And that's dope.
And
That's
almost
cool.
everybody can have a hot 16, bro. Let's keep it funky here. But to see, how he evolved, specifically when he dropped Love Story, right? For me as a fan, I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
All right, nah, this is different. Now he's writing songs, right?
Yep.
Like, this is taking it from like just rap to now all this live instrumentation's being utilized. They're singing and stuff like that. So for you being out there in Nashville, do you feel like that city has helped you progress as a songwriter?
Oh, yeah, 100%. Yes, bro. Like, I'm around the best songwriters in the business. Like, people are in that town literally just shitting out songs. They're like, this is my third write of the day type stuff. You know what I mean? That's the gig.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are in Nashville, they want they just want the publishing. They want if I could just get a publishing deal, a pub deal, I'm after a pub deal. People are trying to make a living that way, just writing songs for other people. And I'm already used to that because I was engineering people, writing songs for them. Every step of making a record to putting it out and marketing it, I have done that with my hands. I knew the steps, So to have other people be like, hey, let's write something, you know what I mean? Can I write something for you? Now people come to me and they're like, yo, I have a full song right here. Do you want this? And that's crazy to me because when you come from a hip hop background, you go,
You don't do that.
Nah.
oh, hell no.
I ain't doing that.
Some people were like, oh yeah, I'm Bob Barker with me and Wolf. They're like, yeah, you could tell, Wolf wrote this. I went, huh?
Yeah.
Nah,
What?
I was just bumping that shit on the way over here.
I've never been so mad at comment in my life. You know what I'm saying? You can't get mad at the comments.
I'm
You gotta
tracking
be
this motherfucker down.
around my squad, we say no scroll gang.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You can't scroll. You can't look at that shit.
Nah.
But I seen that shit. I was so fired up. I was like, ain't nobody write my raps. Nobody write my raps. But you want to write a badass country song for me? I might.
I might fuck with you.
Because if it sounds good, it sounds good.
Exactly.
But when it came to hip hop, I knew the rules, bro. No, I write my shit. And nowadays too, like, my boy JJ back here, shout out my dog. We'll be in there writing, you know what I'm saying? We're in there, he throws out a bar, I'm like, that's fire. Can I use that? All right, cool. And then we go ahead and craft a song, you know what I mean? But it's like, for me, it's like I still do hold true, like write your shit, you know what I mean? Especially if you're writing stories that should be true, you know what I mean?
100%.
But all my squad knows these stories I tell, they true. They from this pen right here, bro. I'm not just bullshitting this way through it. Like I really live this stuff.
I think that's what separated hip hop out the gate initially.
100%.
Right? Because, like, bro, I lived out in a bar for like fucking 11 years of my life, dog. So I grew up on Spanish music, country, and rock and roll, dog. All of it. That shit was running on the jukebox 24/7, my dude. So I had that background of like my parents' music, right? So when hip hop hit, I heard the words and it was shit that I was going through. I'm like, oh shit, this is mine.
Right.
This is my generation's music.
Right.
And it was from a place where the pen was being utilized by the one that was actually singing but rapping. They were writing these words versus country artists and rock artists and all these other artists. They have multiple people in the studio writing the songs for them. They might not even have wrote a word of the record, but they sang the fuck out of it, right? Hip hop separated itself because it was like, nah, bruh, we're writing this shit. These are my words I'm stringing together.
It's always like, you capping or what? Like, did you write this shit? All right. If you didn't, then you was out. You was done. And I still am from that era too. Like that, you gotta write your shit, man. You know. And I think it is dope to collaborate with people. You know. I agree. But hip hop, it's just something about it. You got to write your shit, and it's all just verified. When people want to know your story is real, you know what I mean? You can't be out here just telling somebody else's story if you ain't lived that shit. Because that's what hip hop was. It was, we're telling the truth, uncensored, and this is what's really happening. You know, I got my news from hip hop.
From my perspective too. Like, bro, I've lived in New Mexico my entire fucking life, bro. But I could throw on Jay-Z or Big L. Let's go even further. I could throw on Big L, and I knew what it was like for him being out in New York.
Right.
New York was far as fuck from down here, dog. We ain't got really nothing in common with New York down here, dog. Completely different landscape. Everything's different. But I could throw on Big L, and I'm instantly there. Yep. You feel what I'm saying? I throw on Project Pat. I know what the fuck's cracking. You feel what I'm saying?
Shout out Project Pat, man.
Yeah, bro, he's popping again, eh?
Yo, he's popping
again, dog. That record went crazy.
We just shared the bill with Project Pat out in Alabama, right?
Oh, shit, dope.
Hey.
Dope.
No, he's a pastor, too.
That's crazy.
First off, he's larger than life. You're like, I seen him coming out the elevator. I was like, that's the Reverend. You know what I'm saying? It's like seeing T.D. Jakes. You know?
I'll never forget the first time I heard Project Pat, bro. The lyric it burned in my brain for the rest of my life when he says, I'm hungry for cheese like a hungry hippo. Dog, I'm like, what is this? What is this? And that's what, bro, that right there got me literally, I shifted my perspective. I'm like, 3-6 Mafia? Oh, shit,
That's
man.
all I listened to,
Hey,
dog.
was that one? That's that one. They have come to spill my blood. Come on, they have come to sentence me.
That late night tip track.
Like, yeah,
Remember that shit?
whole
Yes,
shit. World
bro.
domination. Come on, bro. 3-6 Mafia was so far ahead of their time.
So
the game is barely catching up right now.
Yeah.
Stay Fly is actually, I think that's one of the greatest hip hop records of all time, actually, because I think it's a big shift. It's a big shift. Like, oh, we're seeing the club scene, but still kind of got a sample in it.
Yep.
And these dudes are saying whatever. Put my, you know what I'm saying? And DJ Paul, I love Paul because, you know, Pauls take care of each other, but he's up there on stage swinging the mic like his dick and shit. Still, bro, you know, like, these guys are legends, man. I can't imagine the things that those two men have seen, you know what I'm saying? Like,
And they were so true to their region and to themselves that when you're not from there, you throw on a record and guess what? You're transported there.
You're there.
Right?
You're in Tennessee all of a sudden.
And that's what hip hop did, bro. And and I think it's been so dope to see the evolution of it, dog. Like for real. Like
I think so too.
It's been amazing because now you are getting to the point where it's like, okay, well, are we writing songs? Okay, so what does writing a song like that look like? You feel what I'm saying? And Drake was a big part of the shift as well now, right? To getting into the more melodic, more like accepted R&B singing influence inside of hip hop.
Take Care was a huge album.
Bro, come on, dog. That shit was massive.
And it was weird. It was like, oh, so you can sing and rap?
Yep.
You know, so that was the shift. You know, like you can do both, and that was dope. You know, I definitely think the culture's you know, realizing that, all right, let's just break all the rules, you know? So now you're going to see a lot of different influences from other music in hip-hop. But the root of hip-hop is still, are you telling the fucking truth, man?
Yo.
You telling the truth? All right, then we fuck with you. That's why I fuck with Big X The Plug. That's more of a recent, you know, artist that's come out where I'm like, yeah, man, this dude does the same flow every time, but he's telling the truth, bro.
Yep.
And that's all that matters to me, man. And if it's dope, it's dope. I think most of the time, if the song's in key, you're doing your thing with it. Even if the 808's out of key, as long as it sounds good, it's dope, man. Respect, you know what I mean? But once you get into that world of like, oh, no, you don't give a fuck about this shit, you know? Oh, you just do this for the money. You sound like trash. That's where I get a little, turned off.
It starts at bro, and I don't know if it's just because I'm such a fan of it, dog. It starts getting me kind of a little irritated.
Well, yeah,
because
you love hip hop, bro.
And
I love it too.
I never wanna be out here sounding like a motherfucking old head, dog. Because that connotation is like you're just a hater, dog, and I'm not. I listen to everything multiple times before I actually am like, yeah, nah, that ain't for me, dog. You feel what I'm saying? And what really pisses me off is when you see people that you can really tell don't give a fuck about the culture. They give zero shits about it, right? And it shines through in the music that they make. Because I'm still the type of fan that's like that too, bro. When I like an artist, right? And I'm like, oh shit, he can spit, the beats are dope. Damn, man, this motherfucker telling the truth. Oh shit, it's all
you
of
got
it.
the Infinity Stones.
Yeah, because if I rock with an artist and then you find out it's like, oh damn, what, bro? Clarence lives at home with both parents, and Clarence's parents have a real nice marriage.
I've met those people.
So have I.
Those cats.
So have I. It's like, damn,
and
dog,
you'd be surprised who they are, man. You'd be like,
real.
whoa, you are not that, bro.
That's why I fuck
names.
with Mac Miller, dog. I'll always give Mac Miller his motherfucking flowers, dog, because look,
Always be mad I didn't work with that motherfucker, man.
Himself, brother. Hey, I was running the other day and one of his records came on. I can't remember the name of it, bro, but he was talking about what it would be like if like he actually did overdose and what it would be like for his family. That shit hit me, bro. I almost had to stop running, dog, for a second.
Yeah, and was that on the album before he died too?
It might have been,
That was like
bro.
the recent one, the Circles, I think.
Yeah, bro, which was fucking, bro.
That was just crazy.
Mac Miller, dog. Again, it's evidence that you don't just have to be rah, shoot 'em up, biggest thug in the world, bro. Hip hop, if you're honest and authentic. We were talking about this shit last night, dog.
Dude, that was a good combo.
Authenticity, that's everything.
It's either on you or it's in you. And you said something really dope. It doesn't have to be all this rah shit. And it was dope because a couple of artists approached me last night. And they were like, man, I'm getting away from the gangster rap shit. I'm getting, it's not all about this. They said it, rah, this and that. And I was wondering why they were telling me that. You know what I'm saying? Because first off, I got murder in my name. They ain't never going to play me on the radio.
Nah.
I'm the Cowboy Killa, but people don't realize what the name really means. And for me, my whole thing was, I'm killing me. I'm killing a lot of things about me. We say it all the time. I say, I'm talking about violence and all these things that happen to me, but I don't condone it. You know what I'm saying? Don't be out here just spreading that shit to make people have... when you spread venom like that, you're manifesting. Every word you say manifests, So these rappers die, and I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised, bro, because I know for a fact that that what I do on the mic is I'm manifesting. You know what I mean? So if you speak on things, especially like you speaking on crimes that you're doing and shit,
Crazy.
Like, man, that's not glorified. And honestly, I think we're in a new enlightenment, right? I think people just want honesty.
Oh, yeah.
They want stuff so honest, like, man, just say it how it is, bro.
I think COVID ripped away the rest of the veil, right? At that point, people are like, nah, we don't want that pretty shit. Give me the raw, the real shit. I want honesty.
Dude, people are down with like, dude, you're on your iPhone. They don't even care about the mic, the mix.
Hell no.
Bro, you could put out a trash-ass mix. If that shit is real and people say it sounds good, the people will decide.
Yeah.
Let the people decide.
What's a homie that popped off on TikTok with that country song? What the fuck was his name, bro?
Oliver Anthony?
Oliver Anthony.
Oh, I ran him in Nashville the other day.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, he's tall as fuck, but he was smoking a joint. Yeah, it was wild. I was like, oh, yeah, that's the Richmond.
Yeah.
North of Richmond.
Yeah, north of Richmond. Hey, that shit went crazy, dog. Bro, homie went from nobody even knew about that shit, but boom, dog, the record just exploded.
Right.
Because, again, I feel like people are looking for real. They're looking for something that resonates with them, that they've been through, that they've seen, and they want their artists to represent that, dog. And I gotta attribute that to what happened during COVID when we seen all these celebrities without their hair dyed, without the filters, when a lot of our shit got taken away from us, bro. Like, I remember
wiping their ass. There's no toilet paper.
There's no toilet paper because
they shit just like us.
Shit.
Oh, okay. It's like that.
Yeah, so like I feel like that was the final shit. And then now like we've seen the kind of great reset, dog. Hey, shout out Cat Williams. About beginning of the year, he said all this shit about to come to the surface. All this shit all the pretty getting real unpretty, my dog. We're finding out shit. We're like, what? Damn, bro. Half this shit fucking up my whole 90s playlist, dog. Like, damn.
I walked to the gas station the other day, and this girl in back there jamming to the R. Kelly. I was like, okay.
All right. And see that
She's like, that's it. Yeah, I'm good. I'm out. You know.
Yeah,
what I
I'm
mean?
straight.
But I was like, I ain't mad. You know what I mean? I was like, dude, music is music, and you have to separate too. Hey, you know, your favorite artist is probably a piece of shit.
I mean,
but if you
9
can
times out of 10.
separate, you know, hey, I like the art. I don't care. You know, it's like this person is who they are. You know, I think we live in a day and age where you do one wrong thing and then you got to say fuck the art. Well, it's like I think you should analyze it all. You know what I mean? But I mean, yeah, fuck R. Kelly. He fucked up.
Yeah,
fuck that motherfucker.
That's the thing, bro. Is and I definitely see it, right?
But how am I supposed to? We do them songs still,
bro,
like
fuck.
fuck.
You know, bro, how the fuck am I supposed to turn off I Believe I Could Fly?
I
dog?
know,
Damn, bro, that shit came on the other day, and I'm like, oh man, I'm driving. I can't really focus on it. My Siri ain't working.
Yeah.
Damn, right? When he hits that woo at the, come on, dog, fuck, bro. He's a piece of shit, but damn it,
Piece
man.
of shit.
Piece
Good
of
songs.
shit with a great record.
Good songs.
But that's the thing. We do live in a day and age, dog, where, well, I didn't think it's changing. I think we lived in a day and age where one wrong thing and you're fucked, right? But the thing is, with motherfuckers like Robert, he did a whole bunch of wrong shit, dog.
Bunch of shit.
There's a difference between maybe saying something a little wrong or maybe getting caught doing something a little out of pocket versus being a complete ass motherfucking predator out here with fucking, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
There's a difference here, dog.
Yeah, we got to gatekeep that shit.
You
too,
can't
know what
look
I mean?
at the
You can't
thing
be beating
through
women
one-
up. You can't be, it's just whack.
You
shit.
can't look at the thing through just one scope, dog. You can't put what one person did in that same category with what that fuckhead did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, it's like these people are surprised. It's funny because they tried to cancel the baby. Are y'all really surprised he says what he says? You know what I'm saying? Like, what? That's his job. You know what I mean? And he don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? That's most rappers, bro. They're like, they say crazy shit.
And it didn't really work.
It didn't work.
It didn't really work. He
It
lost
didn't work.
maybe a couple of sponsorships.
Well, he lost a lot of bags.
Yeah.
But, you know, that's just Twitter, bro. Twitter going to, you know, come and try to take you down. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I'm not on that bitch. You know what I mean?
That shit. I seen the homie Jelly Roll said, I'm done with that shit too. He said,
bro.
I'm off that bitch. This is the most destructive site on the face of the earth,
Man.
bro.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy though is you made me think, we've had a couple comedians on here and it's interesting because they've all said the same thing. I ask them like, can comedy go too far, right? And they're like, no, unless you're leading with hate. Unless
100%.
unless it's hateful, you're intentionally being a hateful person.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
I
whack.
feel, that shit trash. But do your thing. Say what you want to
Of
say. But
course,
especially if
bro.
you're not coming from a place of hatred, dog.
Right.
Man, you can feel it. You
Yeah.
can hear the difference.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can
man.
hear the difference,
Yeah,
man.
you can hear the difference.
Yeah, man. As long as you come with love and truth, lead with love. You know what I mean?
I agree, dog. And, you know, talking about people being canceled, taken out, you seeing they freed Jeffrey, dog. Young
Yeah.
Thug
That's
out.
mine.
He out.
Well, he tweeted. He tweeted like, "Let's go get these rats, Peter." or
Yeah, that's
something.
what he did. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
all this drop one on these
Yeah,
rats.
drop one on
Peter.
these
Yeah.
rats.
Hey,
That's the craziest first tweet out of jail ever, bro.
This man might be the first dude to beat a RICO.
I know.
That's dog. So
But Jelly predicted too. He's like, I think they're gonna drop this shit. You know.
they must have, that case must have been fucked. Listen, I'm not going to
Oh,
sit here and act
shit.
like
It
I
absolutely
followed
was.
it, but I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm privy to all this
Yeah,
shit because I didn't. I'd pop in every now and then, and I'm from a background of when I seen, you know, my pops telling me about how they brought down the mafia with RICO cases. So in my head, I'm like, fuck,
It's done, yeah.
they done.
Yeah.
They
You
got
get a
John
RICO,
Gotti.
They got you.
Yeah, if they took Gotti out, you know, Young Thug probably done. Hell nah. How long was the case? We're talking about like what?
2 years?
2
3
years?
Yeah, it was like 2.5.
Man, and and that goes back to them using their raps against them in the court, dog.
Right.
That was the craziest shit I ever seen.
I don't even know how to feel about it. I think it's just scary times too.
Yeah, bro.
Well, he
That's
still
scary.
took a plea, so the precedent is still there, which
Yeah.
is a problem.
Yeah.
This
What?
is a real fucking problem.
He got 15 years probation? Huh?
Yeah.
15 years
15 years
He
probation.
can't go back to Metro Atlanta unless it's like to see his kids or to handle
But
something.
he can't
with
go
his
get a
kids.
bag. He can't
But
go
he
rap,
can't go.
do-
Yeah, he can't go back to his hometown to get money.
It's crazy, dog.
That's
That's
wild.
terrible.
That's wild.
It's
But
terrible.
He out.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
crazy.
he's free. You know.
Yeah,
Ultimately.
I never speak on I'll never speak on like open cases or anything like that. So now that he's free, it's like that's dope. You know, it's good. Somebody's kids has their dad back. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yes.
And that's what's important. You
I
know
need,
what
I
I'm saying?
need Tory Lanez to get his appeal though.
And you be these dudes. Yeah, I don't know about Tory.
Yeah, y'all want to talk about that one? Okay.
Hey,
He
Nah,
got Audacity up in his prison. He's up in there.
Hey, and then
How'd
Rock
he get that
Nation,
shit sound?
hey, Rock Nation seen him drop. They're like, nah, take all
Nah,
that equipment
take that
away.
shit down.
Done. We ain't nah.
Hey, we need our shit back.
Audacity ain't free no more, my guy.
Yeah.
But talking about that, bro, I seen footage yesterday. Matter of fact, that's weird.
Yeah.
Of Megan Thee Stallion was saying that
Where Girlie was saying that she lied.
she was saying she
So
lied.
she had a documentary to drop.
Yeah,
right?
she said that she wasn't telling the truth. She said that she lied about them I did not have sexual relations with
Yeah,
that
she
woman.
did. Yeah, she did to Bill Clinton.
She did.
Yeah, she did.
It depends on your definition of the word no.
Something about she
Yeah.
lied to Gayle King or some shit.
Yeah, and then
She said
was
that they
just like-
hadn't, but they really did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But that
not
changes
saying, not saying
Oh,
that
yeah.
not saying that should allow someone to shoot a motherfucker in the foot.
Hell no.
I wasn't there. I don't know what happened. I'm just saying.
You know what happened.
I'm not saying. I'm
know
not
what
saying.
happened.
Listen. All I'm saying is that still doesn't give someone the right to shoot a motherfucker in the foot. Not saying he did it. No, I wasn't there. I don't know the fucking particulars of this shit.
either.
You saw Harlem Nights. You know how that
Yeah,
goes.
right. Oh shit, I did.
Yeah, shot me in my pinky toe quick.
When I heard the story, that's all I thought of was Harlem Nights, dog. That's all I thought of. But the fact that now it's coming to the surface that she was saying that she was lying and shit, like, it's
crazy,
bro,
man.
you got to be careful out here, my
It's
dude.
crazy,
Man, I know all my homegirls have lied. Like, nah, I ain't fuck him.
Hey, just like I know, a lot,
you liars.
just like I know a lot of my homeboys have lied and be like, yeah, I fucked her. Right? It's the same shit.
Yes,
it's
bro.
the same shit, bro.
Same
It's
shit.
like, bro, you barely even leave the pad. You didn't pull no 8, bro. Get the fuck out of here, dog. You pulling
Where the
maybe 2
bitch's
2s.
ass motherfucker.
Yeah,
It's
bro.
always it.
It's always the where my hug ass
Yeah,
motherfucker,
oh my
right?
God, bro.
Where my hug at?
Where my hug at?
Bro, you
Head
don't get the
ass.
fuck out of here with where my hug at, bro.
Fuck.
So, Cowboy, my dog, what's next, bro? What you got on the agenda for 2025, my dog? I know you just got off the road. Let's talk about that a little bit first before you tell us what's next, bro. What was it like hitting the road and performing in front of those kind of crowds,
It's a
bro?
dream, bro. Signing titties, kissing babies,
Hey.
living my childhood dream of being like. I honestly thought to myself that I would never get to feel that. I think 1% of the artists who make music get to feel what I really felt.
That's so dope.
Which is, oh my God. I would look out in the crowd every night, you know, see a balcony of people, you know. There's 5,000 people out there, there's 3,000 people, there's 2,500 people. I was like, damn, y'all could have been anywhere tonight. You could have done anything with your life, but you came here to support the squad. And I don't know, man, like every single night I met people that were like me, you know. They're like, they just need some inspiration, you know. They know what it's like to be raised in the middle of the woods. They know what it's like to grow up in a trailer. They know what it's like to, you know, go through things in life. And, man, the things that we heard on tour, man, from people showed us so much love, bro. And I took a bunch of Albuquerque with me, man, like every single night. I had a lot of representation on stage, you know what I mean? We got Mexican guys up there, we got black guys up there, we got gay people up there, and these people, a lot of times, maybe wouldn't be exposed to that due to, you know, just like the demographic a lot of times we played for. And it was beautiful to see them come after the show and be like, I never heard of you before. I'm a lifelong fan, bro.
That's sick,
Because they see that I laid it all out there, bro. You give me 30 minutes. I'm like, all right, bro, we just drove 27 hours for 30 minutes of music. I ain't going to give this opportunity up to nobody. Ain't nobody going to look at this and say, oh, Cowboy took that for granted.
He phoned it in. Yeah.
Yeah, how did he get that? It's documented, bro. I knew it was going to work. I kept telling myself at least it was going to work. And to see it work, bro, it was a dream, man. It was like, I can't believe this is happening to me, you know? And you said it last night. It was divine. You were like, that shit what happened to you, that was divine. I'm like, imagine how I feel about that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Imagine you telling me how you got this building, this podcast, all the dealings in life we was doing before to now.
It's crazy.
Bro, something intervened, you know what I'm saying? Something got their hand on this thing, and, you know, it's bigger than me.
And I think...
So I respected it, you know? I respected, you know? Mother God, thank you, you know what I'm saying? Like,
sometimes you just gotta let the ether, the divine, just kind of like
just let it work. Yeah,
you just got to like.
We say let go, let God.
Yeah,
you know,
and it's bro. Shit like that sounds cliche, but it's cliche for a reason, dog. Because there's a lot of fact and stuff like that, bro.
Yeah.
When you try and fight that shit, especially an artist, and I know you could probably attest to this. When you're in the studio sometimes, bro, and you're banging your head against the wall, you're trying so fucking hard. The moment you let go and you just let it kind of go,
oh yeah,
you're a vessel, bro. Like
exactly.
That's the way I look at it as an artist. Whatever it is that you're doing, you're the vessel for the creativity, right? And I feel like every single person in the world is a creator, right? They just ain't tapped into it
exactly.
yet.
Yeah.
We're all creatives. That's who we are as human
Exactly.
beings, right? So if you just let go and let God, right, for lack of a better term,
the universe, man, whatever you call it,
it'll work through you, bro.
Yep.
And I'm glad you brought up manifestation because I've gotten in arguments with, you know, I got homies. I was raised strict Catholic. I'm not religious at all anymore. But I was raised strict Catholic, so I seen that, right? I come from that background, right? I mean, most Chicanos do, dog, especially down here from Nuevo, dog. It's just how we were raised.
Yeah,
But I got homies that are devout Christian, like like you can't tell them nothing. I'm talking about every single piece. That's them, bro. They're there all the time. It's who they are. And I got other homies that are atheists like a motherfucker. I'm talking like same shit. And I try and explain to them that they're both the same person, just on opposite ends of the spectrum, dog. Right. And there was this one conversation in particular between the two homies, and they were arguing about prayer, right? They're arguing about prayer. And my atheist homie, he's always talking about like energy and it transfers and it never dies and all this energy conversation, right? And he tells him, don't pray for me. That shit's bullshit, right? And I told him, bro, you know how stupid you sound? He's like, what do you mean? It's not real. Da, 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 da. I'm like, dog, you're always talking about energy. All prayer is manifestation up to the ether for you that's positive to put you in a direction. You're talking to me about manifestation. All prayer is manifestation, dog. What are you talking about?
That's what this is, man.
Exactly.
It's I've had conversations to who knows, but those conversations, what I say, what I think and what I speak is what will happen. You know what I'm saying? And it may not happen in the timing you think it is, but it's gonna happen, you know? A lot of times I did this the other night. I looked up in the sky. I was drinking my whiskey. I don't know who's up there, but I'm like, I need you to send me something right now. Send me an angel. I needed it, you know? And then I realized when I woke up the next day, I looked at my partner. I looked at my dog, my little dog, shout out Frank the Tank, my G. I looked at all the people in my life, and I went, damn, they're here. They've been here, you know? And that sometimes just having to be able to speak that out, it's electrical, man. You know, this is kinetic energy right now. We're sending waves, and that's what music does for me, you know? That's why people gravitate and idolize musicians, you know, because they feel like they're speaking for them, you know what I mean? And it's all manifestation for me. Prayer, all of that, man. It's manifestation. Yeah. Where my mouth speaks, you know, my feet follow. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you get to where you're really going. You can't just speak about it, right? You know what I mean?
Nah, it's where feet meet pavement, dog.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So when your words follow, your feet follow, you're gonna be exactly where you need to be, you know? And things are happening for me, not to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I'm watching it all play out now, and I'm like, yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense that, you know, I'm in the position I'm in. I'm with the people I'm with. Makes total sense, bro. Because that's what I was thinking of, you know? So it worked out. But, you know, I imagine a lot of times, man, what if I didn't manifest this? What if I didn't think the way I thought, you know? What if I just kept doubting myself or I was jealous and I was shitting on other people?
I was just about to ask you that question. Did you ever have a phase where you had to deal with that doubt and work through that?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah, bro. What? I think I tried to quit music one time, and then my buddy basically was like, no, you're not allowed. You're not, I was like, okay.
Stop that shit.
Yeah. And he was like, here, do this. Like, this beat, do this, you know. Because he saw, you know, yo, you got it, bro. Just keep going. But when you're not making no money, when you like, people say, oh, I don't do it for the money. I didn't start it for the money, but like, damn, now
Still
that I've
gotta
made,
survive, brother.
I still gotta survive, bro. Yeah, and I think I doubted because I didn't feel like I was worthy for a long time, bro. I didn't feel like is it really me? You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess it was always supposed to be this way. I think some things are written, you know, before we're born. These things are gonna happen, you know what I'm saying? And we're not alive long at all, you know what I mean? This is all a blink of an eye.
Shit, yeah.
In terms of the universe, I mean, go ask the dinosaurs. They're like, shit, y'all think you ran shit?
Yeah.
Nah, y'all don't know shit.
We was stomping.
Yeah,
Straight up,
sure.
straight up. We was out here. We was
We
10
was
toes
really outside.
or however many toes they had. We was standing on business. You know what I mean?
We was outside.
Standing on business like this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man, I just try to keep my head down and be like, you know, if I keep, instead you beating your head against the wall, you know what I mean? I did that until I, bing, oh shit, I kind of see in the other room. Oh damn, that's what it's like. Okay.
Yeah.
And then I stepped in there and I went, oh, all right, this makes sense. You know, we all just people, man. We're all just people just trying to figure it out, bro. Even your favorite artist has had those moments, man.
Yeah.
Even, you know, Barack Obama probably been in office like, damn, do I know how to do this shit?
Yeah.
Like, is this gonna work out? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody has that, man. But you know, they show it in different ways. But I never outwardly showed it. I never looked at people and said, you know, I got a bar. I say, I never told people it wasn't gonna work out. You know what I'm saying? That's what I really tell people.
Yeah.
I said I never flexed or made people feel like it wouldn't work out. You know what I mean? And it had to work. So I don't use religion as a you know, like me as well. I'm not very religious, you would say. And you know, I know a bunch of white women gonna say spiritual. You know, I guess I'm spiritual. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's closer for me too.
Yeah,
I mean,
so many women in Santa Fe with them hats.
Yeah,
you know what
they're
I mean?
spiritual.
They're spiritual, bro.
But like,
they're super.
They really are, dog.
spiritual. Yeah.
And the hats are huge too, with like big ass turquoise on that
Yeah,
shit. You know what I
crystals
mean?
all in their pockets.
Yeah,
and
they
shit.
kind of smell like
just a bunch of sediment.
Yeah, they kind of
Smell
smell
like
like
patchouli.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
you know
love
what I mean?
And sage.
Yeah, and sage. Yeah, and Nag Champa. You
Love
know what I
'em.
mean?
Oh, I love them all. But you know, yeah.
I agree, dog. Like, I totally agree, actually, bro. And one thing that I've seen that has kind of helped that, and it's hard because I'm glad you brought up that self-doubt, because that shit there, dog. Every single day, every single
sure
day.
you felt that at some
Oh,
point.
bro, I do. I felt it yesterday, brother. For me, it's a routine of destroying that every single day.
Exactly.
When I wake up, it's a reset, because guess what? The dude I wake up as fucking doubts himself, bro. So I do everything I can to beat the shit out of that dude.
Yeah.
Fuck that dude,
Fuck
because
that
that dude's
dude.
a fucking liar, bro.
He's a
I'm gonna
fucking
prove that
liar.
motherfucker
Yep.
wrong every
Yeah.
single day. Day in and day out and day in and day out. I'm gonna prove you wrong. So that way, when I am doubting it and he's trying to win, I could be like, nah, bitch, look at my fucking stats.
Yeah.
I beat the shit out of you 5 million times, bitch. About to be 5,000,001.
Yep.
So when you eliminate that negative self-talk, right? Because you said it. When you start speaking it, your brain starts believing it. Our brain, bro, it's a supercomputer, dog. Even more than that. I don't even know exactly what it is, dog. But it has the ability to take what you're saying and you're formulating, and it looks for ways to create this for you. So if you're just walking around talking about, oh, I'm this, I'm that, I'm not this, I'm not that, and you're in this negative self-doubt shit talk about yourself, guess what's gonna start happening?
Yeah, you download a virus, man.
You do.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
download a virus and you stuck with it. Yeah. And what's crazy about that negative end of it is it's so much harder to climb out of that shit, dog.
Especially when you're deep in it, man.
Whew. It's almost like you just can't see it. Like, it's like that scene in Get Out when he's stuck in the couch and he's way down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, ain't that no one throwing me a rope, dog. How the fuck I'm gonna climb out this
You
shit?
know that anti-drug ad, you know, where the lady's just like deflated in the couch.
Oh yeah, hey, remember that shit? Bro,
Just
that was a
melted
weed.
in the
Bro,
couch.
that was a weed commercial.
You know what I mean?
She's
Oh, the weed commercial.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro,
yeah.
man, I've been smoking weed since 13, and I ain't
I ain't
never been that high.
high.
Never.
Hey, let me find that strain.
Someone needs to help
Y'all
me.
need to get that in the
'Cause
shop.
we gonna cross
Yeah,
that shit,
yeah.
dog. I want the strain that,
Yeah,
I
I
want the
need-
strain that's gonna deflate me on the couch, dog. And
Need
her
that
her
strain.
homegirl sitting there just judging the fuck out of her too, huh? Look at Susie smoking joints deflated.
Like, call 911.
Yeah, like she just judging the fuck out of her. No ambulance, just let this bitch be deflated on the couch.
Got the recorder
girl.
for TikTok.
And that's back when the weed wasn't even as good as it is now, dog. You can't
Yeah.
tell me you were smoking swag deflated on the couch.
Yeah.
The fuck? There's something else in that. There's something else in that.
Seeds.
Chewbacca weed.
Seeds. Damn, remember that perfume?
Yeah.
A little bit of gasoline.
Gas. Yeah, I was about to
Orange
say
peel.
gas.
Taste it.
Hey, one of my tias, bro, she can't smoke like
Yeah.
the shit we smoke now.
Oh, no.
Nah,
no,
she
the
gets too
OGs,
high.
they
Nah.
can't. Them
Bro,
old heads can't smoke
She's
this
still
shit.
out here finding swag. I don't know where the fuck she
The
finding
old,
it from.
the old
Man,
heads
the
be
street dealers-
finding it,
I-
bro.
bro,
They
I don't
be
know. The street
finding
dealers
that
still
shit.
out here? They still
Yeah,
doing their
they
thing.
are, but I don't know where they're getting this fucking swag from. I'm
Yeah.
like,
I
I'm
know.
like, Auntie, what the fuck you? She's like, don't worry, mijo. You need
That's-
some. I'm like, I don't
you
need
need
any.
some?
I don't want
Any
I
of
want
that.
nothing to do with that. I had enough of that in my life. I don't, and never again do I want that shit. Remember when you break that shit up and you just hear the seeds rain on the traits?
Yeah. Yep.
Hey, my homie Manable Lecter, this dude right here was a savage. Anytime that we were smoking like big bleezies, I'm like, Manable, you got to break this up, dog. He would clean that shit like, I'm not even playing. I'm like, damn, bro, that looks like some good weed.
Yeah.
And he have a little pile of sticks and stems over here, and
And all the seeds.
all the
fell
seeds
down.
over here.
You know,
He
your
had
homie's
the-
a real smoker. He had a whole, graveyard.
Yeah.
He had a brush pile.
Yeah.
I'm like, you gonna light that bonfire soon?
Yeah, dog.
I need some help with that.
You remember when they used to say if you smoke stems and seeds, it would make you your sperm wouldn't work. You're not non-fertile anymore.
I never heard that.
You
my
never heard
whole
that
life.
shit?
Nah,
Man, yeah, you heard that shit right. Hey, I'm here to say that's a lie. I got 4 kids, dog. I was smoking swag
lied to you.
they lied to me.
Yeah,
That wasn't
yeah.
birth control. They were lying.
They lied to you.
What are you talking about? You pregnant? I've been smoking stems and seeds for 6 years. It ain't mine. There's no way. This shit don't work. Lies, bro.
Funny as hell, man.
So what's next, my brother? Off the road, legendary tour in front of
Yeah.
fucking thousands.
Yeah.
What you got on the calendar?
Man, I'm gonna put out an album with Slumerican, man.
Damn, hold up. Make some motherfucking noise for that.
Come on, man. It's time. I just want to put out I mean, for me, it's like music is music, and I want to show people a big range of what I can do, you know? And so I'm going to experiment. I'm kind of just throwing shit at the wall, you know what I mean? Like, let's see if we can do this, you know what I mean? So I'm trying to get Albuquerque involved in this album, man. So, you know, people from day one trying to make this album. Shout out to Willpower. We're working on stuff with him. Fresh Air. It's going to be a lot of just hip hop, and then also, you know, some R&B stuff in there, some Spanish guitar and some influences on there, you know. But truthfully, like, I haven't picked all the songs for the album, so even I am leaving it up to, okay, what could happen? Let's just keep creating, and then we'll pick the songs, you know what I'm saying? But I'm dropping music every single month, so I'm installing the album. So we pick
Fire.
a song, and then by the time we get to 14 songs, you'll have an album. I'd like to drop maybe like 9 or 10, and then drop the album and give them 4 they haven't heard before.
I like that
So I'm
because-
installing the album.
100%.
That's what I'm doing right now.
I like that because you also get to see what the audience
what works.
is rocking with.
What do they love? You know what I
Yeah,
mean? But
you know.
I'm making really, I'm making the best music of my life right now, man. And I'm already preparing the next 4 albums after that album. So I'm making a lot of classic hip hop stuff, man. Like sample bass. You know, shout out to J Dell, shout out to JJ, you know, Kalen Ellis, my brother, and just all of the team that works with me, man. They're really in there cooking with me, and we're making like a very classic hip hop album. And I'll say the title for that one. It's gonna come after my Slumerican album. It's called Good Forever.
Sick.
And my brand is Good for Life. So I wanted to make an album that's like, yo, look what we did. You know what I mean? And this is where my heart really lies, the golden era, the sample bass. You know, I used to make vinyl records into hip hop beats the old school way. And so I want to make an album that's like that, but with samples that we made. You know, so it's not sampling
Fire.
Otis.
Yeah.
We're basically making an old school R&B soul record and then flipping that. You know, so it's
That's fucking
original
dope.
samples. And then I'm working on stuff with Tasty Beats. Shout out my dog Tasty. Shout out my brother Kasky. I'm trying to get a record with Kasky here soon.
Kasky spit too, dog.
That's my real life. That is one of the most respectable human beings and artists, and one of the people that I can call and be like, I'm about to crash out. He's like, don't do it, bro. You know what I mean?
That's
Just think
dope
of
to
it
hear.
this way, you know. And he's been in this game a lot, you know. And I'm trying to get, you know, more records with just people who I respect. You know, I don't care about followers or nothing like that, man. If you're dope, you're good people first and foremost.
Yeah.
You know, fuck if you got blue check, bro. Let's work. Let's make something. You know,
I
what
can't
I mean?
wait to hear you after In the Kitchen and It's Tasty.
Tasty.
I can't wait to
I'll
hear
play you
that.
something. I'll play you something.
I bet, dog.
I've got
That
stuff for
shit
you.
all right, dog,
We
yeah.
can play something right here, honestly.
Yeah,
You got an aux cord? Nah,
Hey,
they ain't
hey,
ready for that shit. They
hey,
ain't ready for
hey,
that shit.
Nah, we'll let him.
I'm gonna play
marinate
something for
on
you
that.
after this cuts off.
Yeah, but we're gonna connect that shit to the Bluetooth
All right,
because
perfect.
hey,
You
I'm
want
waiting to hear that.
They want to hear that, huh?
Yeah, oh, I
They gotta
do.
hear that.
I-
Talk to me nice.
Yeah, I wanna
Yeah,
hear
it's
that.
over. But
Hey, that's
and I'll
dope.
say it here. I'll say it. This first, you're gonna get the exclusive. I have not said this publicly because I'm Frank Oceaning the shit out of an album right now. I'm hiding this shit from Wolf. Even Wolf's like, let me hear it. I'm making a country album, and it's
Ooh,
the most inspiring, emotional, fun I've had ever making music.
Sick, bro. Fuck yeah.
This
So
country
dope.
shit to me, like, bro, I'm getting goosebumps, bro. This shit is gonna change my life, bro. I'm telling you, because I got gangsters looking at me going, they're like, yeah, that hip hop shit dope. Yo, drop the song about the girl leaves you and that one where all you got is whiskey. Oh yeah, drop it. They want me to be that vulnerable, and it's obviously it makes sense, bro. If you look at me, I'm in the airport. Somebody's like, so you make music, country? You make country music? I'm like, yeah, for sure. But I make everything, you know.
I
don't
make
wanna be
music.
I make music, man. Like the definition of artist is like, bro, you just create it, and you do it for you. That's it, man. I never want to be put in a box. That's why trap grass was so important to me, to have that era, you know. Like, yo, this is 808s, banjos, fiddle. This is everything. It's a medley. And now I'm in a position, by doing that, I can go, oh, okay, well, I can do each of these genres one at a time. And it's not out of my realm to do that. This country music I'm making, I'm so fucking excited for it, Johnny.
Dog, that's so dope to hear,
Oh
brother.
my God,
like,
bro.
I mean, again, the trajectory, dog. Like,
Yeah.
it was written that way. You feel
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yep.
I feel like you get every single aspect of the music that you make, so it's not out of pocket. It's not weird. That's why I was always like, it's funny to me. Like, obviously, I like Eminem more than I like MGK, dog. I'm a bigger fan. I grew up with fucking Eminem since I was a little kid, dog. But I always respected the fact that Coulson said, you know what? You're going to talk shit about everybody. I'm going to step up. Let's go. He's the only one that stuck his chin out. Everybody else said, no, and ran away. He stuck his chin out and said,
We was
let's
just with
run it.
MGK the other night, man. And he's one of the nicest people, bro.
Bro, and he's been making genre-less music since the beginning. So when I
It's
heard
always been that
people...
way. And I'm from Ohio, so I saw that whole thing.
So when
man.
I heard people that are like, oh, yeah, nah, he made him make different music.
That's
Fuck
whack,
no,
bro.
dog. He's been doing that shit.
People
Brother, he was
trashing him,
covering
like, bro,
Blink
that's
182
whack.
when he was on tour with Tech 9, dog.
Come on, bro.
So he's been making
Not only that, he
genre-less-
was on Warped Tour.
Exactly, dog.
He was, I mean, he's been in the pioneer of that shit,
That's
man.
just people that don't pay attention.
It's funny because him and Wolf had issues at first because MGK's like, I got the livest show. And then,
Yeah.
you know, later on, they're good buddies.
They're
you know what I mean?
cool now.
They work it out. Yeah, they work it out. Because, you know, you respect people who are like, oh, damn, like you broke the barrier too.
Yep.
Thank God, you know, somebody had to do it. I just don't, I'm not a hater, man.
Nah, and see, dog.
If I'm a hate on a rapper, bro, it's going to be for a
and what's
reason.
dope is he's one of those artists where, and like yourself too, bro, is you push yourself to do new things. Now you're doing
Absolutely.
country. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
that's what people notice. Like, I noticed that for sure. You know, I think MGK, doesn't he perform like in Spanish sometimes
Yeah,
too
he does.
at shows?
Yeah.
I seen like this fucking big ass sold out show. and
Dude, that's a
he-
huge risk as
yeah.
a white boy trying to speak Spanish
Bro,
on stage.
1000%,
I've tried.
dog.
But
I
he
tried.
did it, dog.
Yeah.
It's fucking dope.
And
dog.
see, that's what
dope.
I mean. And again, this is coming from a fucking Marshall Mathers fan, dog. I respect the fuck out of MGK, dog. What he's
100%.
done, what he did, his music. And I've been listening to him since way back, bro. So when people are like, "Oh yeah, he had to switch genres," I'm like, "What are you talking about? No, he didn't. He's
I
been
don't know
doing
why
this shit
people
forever."
hate that shit either,
It's because
bro.
people like to run their fucking mouth,
Well,
bro,
straight up.
and they don't really know all of the stuff.
they don't know
like
when to shut the
same
fuck
shit.
up,
Say,
man.
people don't know when to shut the fuck up. Same shit when you know now with Jelly Roll success, right? There's so many people.
Man, if you hate Jelly Roll,
there's
I
so
hate
ma-
you,
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah,
Nah,
for-
but there's so
for
many
real.
people out
For
there
real, bro.
that didn't know. You got to tell my PO I hang drywall,
Drywall, yeah.
dog. So many people don't know him as a rapper, right?
Yeah.
So they're like, what is he doing? Rapping, he's a country. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? They just pulled up to the party, bro. Take a seat, invest in this artist and figure it out instead of just being a fucking hater.
Yeah, just because you don't fucking get something, man, doesn't mean you that your opinion is now fucking valid with what you're saying, especially when it comes from a place of hate, man.
100%.
Like, I give music a chance, bro. And like I said earlier, man, if it's in key and you're telling the truth, that's dope, man. It's dope music to me. You know, I'm not a hater of any genre.
I like how
whatsoever.
you keep saying if it's in key.
Well, that does.
And the 808 sometimes is out of key, and it's
Yeah,
great. But
yeah.
it's just it's you took the time to be like, I understand. You know, I understand a little bit of it. And sometimes, you know, you like somebody who don't fucking understand music. Like, bro, I'm not the most musical person ever. Like, what I think I'm Quincy Jones or some shit. Fuck no, dude. I'm just a songwriter. I'm just telling a story, bro. All I am is a vessel and energy. And, you know, people say I got a cool voice, and that's it. That's literally it,
Brother Jimi
bro.
Hendrix couldn't read music.
Straight up. And you know what that motherfucker was doing? Playing the guitar with his thumb, you know what I'm saying?
Lighting that shit
Playing
on
with his
fire
teeth,
with
you know what I
acid
mean?
in his
Playing it
bandana.
backwards.
Playing it
Tripping
backwards.
balls.
Yeah.
Lighting that shit on fire, dog.
Man.
Hey, this dude used to, he had like a rack of like his amps, bro. They'd have to bring in a mic every single day because by the time he was done, the mic was done. He destroyed it.
Destroyed
he just
it.
get in there and just shred, bro. Couldn't read music, dog. But it goes to show you, music isn't about math. I know it is, and people are gonna fucking try and cook me for saying this, but the moment you let it get too technical, you're losing
Fucked
what's
up.
important about
The
it.
feeling.
It's the feeling, dog. Like
a feeling,
what's
bro.
that bro, what's the name of what's his name's not documentary, but biopic. Homie that played Black Panther. He played
Chadwick Boseman.
Good guy.
Oh yeah, Boseman, Chadwick.
Yeah, but what's the name of the movie?
Oh, the talk was it? No, I wasn't Talk to Me. That was the other one.
James Brown's biopic. What the fuck is the name of it?
What the fuck was that?
I don't know, but James
Yeah,
Brown.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so there's a
Yeah.
scene in his
James
biopic.
Brown, crazy.
Yeah, bro. There's a scene in that motherfucker where he's got his whole band around him, right? And they're telling him, but James, that doesn't make any sense. That's not how music's done. And he tells them, the fuck did you say to me? He tells him,
Yep.
how does it feel? Does it feel good? And he's like, yeah, it feels great. Then it makes fucking sense. Just play the motherfucking record.
Yeah.
That's how music's done.
You feel what I'm saying? Like,
Yep.
yeah, there's science behind it. And that's why I think a lot of like your average like listener, right? Like I'm a rapper, dog. So like I like rappers, right? I'm like listening to the technical
Right.
shit, right?
Right.
A lot of people that goes right over their head. So when they have to actually listen, they're like, what? I don't
can't keep
understand.
up.
What do I do with my hands? I don't get what the fuck they're saying. Like, oh shit, I gotta pay attention. It's not just a vibe, right?
Yeah.
So they'll get lost because it's a little too technical. And listen, I get it, dog. Same thing with like death metal drummers, right?
Oh,
Bro,
yeah.
you watch those motherfuckers, dog. They're the craziest drummers on the face of the earth.
And the nicest people.
best.
Yeah, and the nicest people ever, dog.
nicest people.
Bro, all organic, right?
Yeah.
They don't use bags in their shopping cart. They're
Yeah.
just carrying it, right?
You're talking about a
Seriously.
specific person now.
Dude, Johnny, you so quick
Maybe.
with it, bro.
Maybe,
Quick,
dog.
bro.
But they are. And
Yeah.
I can't sit there and just listen to death metal drumming consistently. Because it's too much.
Sure.
It's too technical. It's too
Yeah.
mathematic.
And you can respect it.
The fuck out of it. Bro,
Yeah.
they'll out drum anybody, right?
Yep.
Same way super technical rappers will out rap anybody.
Yeah.
But they might not get the love that other rappers get because
Right.
it takes a lot of work
Sure.
to listen to the mathematical schemes of it.
Yeah, and the top 5 list gets weird too because if you look at it from a technical perspective, then you would put KRS-One in there. You
Yeah.
know, you would put Mos Def in there. You would put these. You know, there's different names that you throw in there. You know,
Yep.
so
For sure.
we got to kind of break it down as like, okay, well, you know, I love this because it's a vibe. I love this because it feels good,
Yep.
man. Or, you know, you love J. Cole because, you know, he's like, damn, he's really saying some shit
Yep.
on this, you know? So, it's, you know, you can love it for different reasons, man. But either way, you got to respect an artist trying and telling the truth. You know what I mean? No matter if it's too
1000.
technical or if it's whatever, man. Like, I love music. You know what I'm saying? I love the new music actually coming out today.
Yep.
Like my dog Shabuzi, man. Like,
Hey, that record crazy.
it's crazy because people call him a rapper, you know what I mean? And I think that's for other reasons too, you know. But like, I really believe that music is finally reaching a place where it's not technical. It's what? How does it feel, bro? And that's all that matters, bro.
What's an artist or a style or a genre that you listen to that people might be surprised to hear?
I was telling him I'm listening to this Italian mob music lately. I mean, maybe that's just how I feel or something, you know. I love. Obviously I love old soul music. You know, I think people look at me and like I said, they just kind of assume like this Kid Rock, Alan Jackson ass motherfucker. You know what I mean?
He must be listening to George Strait every day.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, George Strait goated. Fuck
Goated,
y'all.
goated.
Y'all got a problem with George Strait, bro? We can throw them things real quick.
Straight up, straight bows. I guess like something surprising. I don't know. I listen to everything. I really do. Like I really listen to everything. Like he'll come in the crib and I'm cleaning and Frank Sinatra's on. You know what I mean? Like I love music.
I did it my way. Come on, dog.
Legend.
Frank goated too.
Goated. And I just love music, man. I don't discriminate. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, yeah, I do listen to hot girl music. Maybe that would surprise people. I can get down with some Meg Thee Stallion, some Lotto. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, you know, Meg,
down with that shit.
Meg and Sexy Red on Tyler the Creator's album just now.
Oh, man, that
hey,
new
they
Tyler
bodied
shit.
that feature, bro.
The new Tyler album, I think it's album of the year.
Hey, dog.
Whoa,
Johnny
shit.
about to freak out. Hey, listen, you know what my record on there, bro? The record that I keep going back to? I don't judge Judy. Oh, come on, dog. That
great
album's fire.
It's a great album. He put a lot of
Killed
effort
it.
into that. You can tell.
Killed
you
it.
know what I mean?
And it's kind of genreless. Same thing with Tyler.
Albums like that come around every 2 years. You know, like oh, this is gonna change shit. To Pimp a Butterfly.
Yep.
That's what that did.
I feel like it's kind of
Chromacopia
like
did the same
I feel
thing.
like it's
It's a moment.
Tyler's My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Right.
What did Johnny say? He said it was Tyler's. What Kendrick album did you compare it to, Don? Mr. Morale. It's Tyler's Mr. Morale.
Mr. Morale, I think, is the most slept. I saw the tour in Nashville. I think it's so slept on.
Oh, bro.
It's actually, I think, the most overlooked album
I think
from
so, too.
Kendrick. But, I mean, because, dude, he made Good Kid, Mad City. What the fuck?
Oh, I know.
Shout out my boy Mixed by Ali. That's my dog. He mixed those albums, and then we went to L.A., and we were in the old Death Row studios.
Damn.
Ali bought that building. Good Kid, Mad City, To Pimp a Butterfly, the Black Panther album, SZA, the Control album, all that was made in that room. But before that, who was in that room? Tupac, bro, Snoop.
That's crazy.
And we were there 2 days. Ali just opened the door, said, come right in. Yeah, do whatever you want. This room's open.
That was probably trip.
Damn.
Bro, what happened? I was in the booth. I sat down in the booth where Pac recorded. I was sitting in that booth, Michael Jackson. And I sat there and I was dead silent. And I felt something. Like I never felt my whole life. Like there's people in this room.
That's
I see
crazy.
dead people. I was feeling spirits in that room. I'd never felt that strong in my life, bro.
That's
And I
crazy.
looked at my boy. My boy came in. And he just sat down on the floor with me. He was like, "You feel something?" I was like, "Yeah, bro." And to be there 2 days cooking, bro. I had to shout out Ali, man. If we mentioned Kendrick and all that,
That's
my
crazy,
dog.
bro.
He really showed love to Cowboy. It meant a lot to me.
Hey, dog. It's the shit, bro.
Yeah, man.
I can't wait to see where you're headed, bro. I respect everything you've done so far.
Respect to you, bro. I'm so proud of you too, man. Just seeing that you're leading New Mexico in a positive way.
Thank you, brother.
You know what I mean? I know it's a hard thing to do, to sometimes keep your mouth shut about all the negativity and say, you know what? I got something positive to say. How about that? And we're gonna move forward with that. And also shedding light on things with humor.
Got to.
We gotta laugh. You know what I mean? We gotta laugh, and especially today's times, man. You bring joy to people. I hope I do the same. That's all I want to do, man. Let's bring joy to people.
Thank you, my brother.
Oh, man, thank
Cowboy,
you, bro.
my dog.
Thank you,
for
bro.
pulling up,
Of course,
bro.
Of course. You know I'm not gonna miss the fist bump.
Hey, and you know what though? I just had a conversation the other day. The youngsters are letting it go, bro.
I know.
Youngsters are letting it die. And
They're
I'm
not even shaking hands anymore.
They're just throwing their heads.
What
Nah,
up?
when I go to shake hands with Johnny's homies, none of them do the fist bump, bro.
Really?
And that's a conversation for another time. Because where the fuck did fist bump come from? Did we start it? Was it on ours? Who the fuck did
Man,
it?
who did the first fist
Who did the
bump?
first fist bump? On
Dude.
the next episode. Hey, we out of here.
We are.
My dog.
Until next time, respect the connect.
Love you, Albuquerque.
Peace.
It's picker than neck.